So let me tell you a little bit about how these next few days are going to go down. Tomorrow we're going to get a Mexican driver's license, but we can't speak fluent Spanish, so we're paying someone 500 pesos to take the written test for us. In order to get that driver's license, you need an address. So Sonia is going to give us her address, or her business address, or she's giving us someone's address and saying that we live there. Supposedly, this is all legal. So we made a purchase the other day. We bought a motorcycle. And I'm pretty sure we're screwed.
This is our new motorbike. And we spent probably the last 4 days trying to get this thing registered. We thought our friend Diego would be able to register it for us because he's a local here in Mexico City, and we thought that we could just get it registered under his name. But we were very, very wrong.
That's awesome.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
Thank you for everything. It's so much fun.
So while Diego was able to get us registrations in Mexico, we wouldn't be able to take the motorcycles across the border to Belize. So it wasn't gonna work for us because we want to drive these things everywhere that we're gonna go. So we need to try to figure out another way to get this done. And the good news is, in the city, just north of here, a place that we've already been, San Miguel, they have really good laws for tourists to register their vehicles with the help of a professional that we've been talking to. So many details, but there's one thing that's holding all of this back. This is the title, and my name on the title doesn't include my middle name. So I guess the name on my passport, which has my middle name, needs to match the name on the title. It needs to match it exactly, and it doesn't. So,
Time to go.
we need to go back to Puebla, to the place that we got the motorcycles. We hope that they can change the title. We're gonna try to shoot them in text real quick and see what they can do.
Your laptop is pre-read now.
Are you filming?
I'm ready.
Si se puede, por favor, traerme la otra factura. Yes. So he says, yes, please bring me the other title. Yes, I can do that. 1 hamburger is the cost.
What?
No way!
And then he goes, ja, ja, ja. It's a joke. We wait for you, of course. It's already done, Allie.
Aww, what a sweetheart.
We got it.
I had a good feeling about this guy.
awesome.
He seems so nice. Like,
Looks like we're heading to Puebla.
let's head to Puebla, baby.
Let's go.
Pedimento, permiso. Por la placa de su vehículo.
The placa? Sí, oh, registration, ¿sí? Lo siento, más papel, ¿no? Sí, oh.
Váyase con cuidado. ¿Por qué le pregunto esto? Porque probablemente lo estén parando por sus placas.
Placas.
Las placas del vehículo como tal.
Is the title?
Ah, no, ese es el...
So that was our first time ever getting stopped by a policeman here.
I feel like you just didn't want to deal with us because I was just like, I don't speak Spanish, I don't know what you want here on my papers.
So we're trying to hand him literally every single document that we have. And he just, every single one, he would look at us and say, no bueno. And then he let us go onward. But he was super nice. There was like 3 other woman cops standing around him. And it was fine. I wasn't nervous at all. Were you nervous?
No, we're good.
He was super nice, but...
Now,
So, on to
onward.
Pueblo!
So we're just making it out of Mexico City now. It's crazy what the difference between the downtown of Mexico City and the outskirts. As you just saw from some of those shots, the outskirts is super, super impoverished.
Yeah.
All people living in like little shacks and like cement little buildings, and it's very, very poor. But if you look out this way, you can see the pollution that's trapped in this mountain range.
All of this kind of like fogginess, that ain't fog. That is straight up smog.
So it all gets stuck in this mountain range. It's nasty. It's really messing with like my allergies, and your eyes kind of burn and your nose kind of doesn't feel too good.
Yeah.
But we're driving out of it now. We got about an hour and a half until we're in Puebla and we can get this new title. It's all ripped up.
It's all done. That's it. Jordan Michael's thing.
Perfect. Muchas gracias. Adios. So I heard from Sonia.
Okay.
So she sent me this email and she said she can do driver's licenses tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Okay.
She said she's gonna meet us in San Miguel. She says we need passports, FMM tourist cards, which is what we already have.
Yeah.
driver's licenses, and then she'll supply a utility bill. Okay. So she's gonna supply her utility bill and say that we basically live with her.
Right.
So the last thing she said is then we can look at registering the motos. So it looks like we're not gonna be able to register it tomorrow.
Okay, but
I don't know.
Maybe
So we would
Friday.
do like one day, one
Yeah,
step at a time.
One step at a time. You ready to drive to Querétaro?
Yes.
do
Going
it.
home, baby.
We're going home. I'm
See you
excited.
at the Soriana.
So it looks like we're on for 1 p.m. tomorrow to get Mexican driver's licenses. Then we're gonna have to get registration. But now we need to get out of Puebla and get up to Querétaro, which is about 45 minutes from San Miguel. This is a lot of stuff. Hola. Buenas tardes.
Hasta luego.
Okay, muchas gracias. So something that's really nice about driving in Mexico is when you pay for tolls, this is a receipt. So if something happens to us on this road, and if we break down or if we need a tow, it's all covered through the insurance that you buy when you go on the highway. So there's something here called Green Angels, and they're these big green tow trucks. So if anything happened to us or Trent while we're driving on a highway, they'd pull over, they could tow you, they can come and bring you parts. They'll basically do whatever is best in order to fix your vehicle and help you fix your vehicle.
But the only thing about the Green Angels is they're only out during the daytime. So really that is like the main reason why you don't want to drive at night, is because those people aren't out to help you at nighttime if anything bad was to happen, if you broke down or anything like that. And that's when it can get really dangerous.
And sometimes there's some bandits, and sometimes there's some cops doing bad things at night. But most of the reason is the topes and the Green Angels aren't around.
No. So we're just pulling over to make some quick lunch and then keep moving onward. Holy shiz, does it feel good to be out of the cities and just back on the highway, especially when there's topes like every 5 seconds. We have a motorcycle strapped to the back of the bus now that we have to worry about every single bump we go over.
It's getting a little bit of this.
It's not bad, it's not bad. It's pretty secure. But every bump we go over, I hop out of the front seat,
I'm like,
go
oh my
check it
God.
out, make sure it's all good. Querétaro is actually a pretty decent city to drive in, so I'm not too worried about that.
No.
And we're heading back to San Miguel. And although we don't like to backtrack, I'm honestly super stoked that we get to explore more of the city some more. So let's make some lunch and get back on the road.
Oh my God, you did great.
This looks amazing. Bacon.
How are you guys feeling after that drive?
It's only like a third of the drive today.
know.
I know, but at least we're out of the city now.
Surprising.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's
Once we got out of Mexico City, it was fine. Mexico City was a little stressful.
Puebla was a little stressful too.
Puebla was a lot bumpier than I remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the roads are horrible there.
Yeah. And then there's, for those of you guys that are new around here, there's these things called topes, which are these speed bumps. And then sometimes there's these phantom topes that aren't real topes, but just the road just all of a sudden just goes like this and plateaus.
It's not marked.
Yeah.
There's no warning.
There's nothing. We caught air probably like 3 times. How about you guys? We were,
yeah.
The whole bus was in the air. All the hard driving's over now. Now we just got to get to Querétaro. And then tomorrow is going to be the day to find out if we get registration and licenses
Okay.
and all this other stuff. We're meeting up with this girl, Sonia, who's supposed to be like the wizard of all this stuff. So we'll see how it goes. You can see right up there, there's Trent. And his motorcycle is kind of bouncing like crazy. Even though he reinforced it, it's still bouncing because these roads, even though they're smooth, there's still like mounds in them. And I'm sure as many of you know, when you go on a road trip, it just exhausts you after 8, 9, 10 hours of driving. It is exhausting. But when you're driving on roads like this, it's so brutal because not only are you dealing with a long drive, but you're dealing with your house, like going through huge potholes and shaking, trying to dodge the worst of the roads. It's been a long day for us. We're closing in our destination though. Querétaro is just about an hour away. And just like that, we made it back
Home sweet home.
to Soriana. Mega Soriana. It has been such a long day. So let me tell you a little bit about how these next few days are gonna go down. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna drive to San Miguel de Allende. We're meeting up with this woman, Sonia. So I found this woman, Sonia, on a forum randomly as I was looking for information on how we could get registration, not just for Mexico, but to be able to go to Belize, Guatemala, anywhere that we want to go. And this is how this whole thing's gonna go down. It's absolutely insane. Tomorrow we're gonna get a Mexican driver's license, but we can't speak fluent Spanish, so we're paying someone 500 pesos to take the written test for us. Supposedly, this is all legal. We're paying 500 pesos a piece, and after tomorrow, we're gonna have a Mexican driver's license. In order to get that driver's license, you need an address. So Sonia is going to give us her address or her business address, or she's giving us someone's address and saying that we live there. Supposedly, this is all legal.
Supposedly. With a certain amount of pesos.
With the driver's license, we can then get a registration. So we're gonna have the registration, we're gonna have the title for the vehicle, we're gonna have the same fake address, and we're gonna have our tourist card. With those 4 things, we can get registration in our name, which means we can cross the border to Belize, get insurance, not have any problems.
Fingers crossed.
And this, honestly, was all so lucky. As you guys saw in Trent and Allie's vlog, if we registered these motorcycles, if that place was open and we registered these motorcycles, we would be
screwed.
In big
Utterly.
trouble. You know, sometimes it's like destiny and like things are supposed to work out.
Absolutely.
And if it was registered,
we wouldn't have been able to sell it. We wouldn't have been able to do any of the things that we want to do.
We would have probably had to import it into Guatemala and then register it in Guatemala.
Which is a heck of a lot more money.
Yeah. A ton more money.
Yeah.
So everything worked out perfectly as long as everything tomorrow is legit.
Right. So apparently we're meeting this woman at a mall. So we're going to meet her in a public setting, which makes me feel very good.
And you guys will see how all of this plays out tomorrow. So go over to Trent and Allie's channel, subscribe to them so you can see when their video comes out. This is going to be nutty.
Yeah.
It's going to be really, really fun though.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to tomorrow.
So we'll see you guys next time. Subscribe to Trent and Allie. And don't forget,
don't stop Belizen. Peace out.